What's up, GERO 315? This is the spring 2021. Today is the first day of classes, Friday, January 15th. And I'm just making a little how-to video, and we're going to repeat this when we do class on Wednesday. Remember, we have a university holiday on Monday. It's a good day to kind of take pause and remember what it's all about. It's a day that's to memorialize Martin Luther King. Sorry, I was a little tongue-tied there. So, yeah, so it's the pandemic, and we're still raging in LA. And so this is what we're left with, and obviously, this is not ideal. We all know this is not ideal. Normally I teach this class in the gerontology auditorium. It's awesome. We kind of rock and roll in the auditorium, and a lot of you have heard about this class, and that's why you're here. So it's all word of mouth. So I have the Blackboard page open. There's a lot of Blackboard interactivity that we'll be doing in the class. This is in student views. This is what it's going to look like for you guys. Okay. And on a daily basis, we're going to have kind of interactive exercises, and we're gonna mix it up. Believe me, we have a little program here where I can't keep my focus like this for an hour, 50 minutes, and then have you do another hour of lab. So we're going to have breaks. We're going to play music. We're going to have a little exercise program that I hope all of you guys are on board with, and you're going to learn a lot from this class. I promise you. Okay. If you have any problems, you contact me. All right. Promise me. You contact me. Okay. You can, here I am right here with my wife Julia. A lot of you have heard a lot about her. She's amazing. She's part-time faculty at gerontology. She actually would have a JD under her name here. She graduated from USC Law School, top 2% of the class, and she is brilliant. So she can give you advice in law school if you ever have it. Tim Liu and Maria Ashna, they are the lab directors, and then we have a new faculty member, Teal Ike, in our program, and so she's on board for the first time, and she'll be helping out as well. And Ming Kyung Ring is another faculty member in our program, and then Sarah is a PhD candidate in our program. So we're a well-oiled team. This is going to go really well. All right. So you can call me John. You can call me Doc. Call me Dr. Walsh. You call me Professor. I'm a professor. All right. A lot of people call me Doc. A lot of people call me Professor, especially out in my favorite place, where I do a lot of surfing down in Trestles. Okay, so I thought I'd throw it up, and this is a shout out from one of my buddies a few years back. Let's see how this thing works out.
What up, Professor?
Pretty classic, right? Pretty classic. Alrighty. So the way it works is, of course, we have right here the syllabus. I'm going to send it to you as well, but it's always going to be here. You click on this right here, and you click here to download it. Okay. To access the lectures, okay, you click right here in Zoom. I will also send you out the link. And this is right here, so you just you go ahead and get going. All right, so you get it. So it says join because we're in student mode. However, if we were in instructor mode, I'd be starting the class. Okay, alrighty. So that's how that works. Okay, so I'm going to go back here in my browser. Boom. Okay. This is where the recordings will be. Okay, so I've indicated that the URLs, and so we will every single lecture put the recording, because some of you are East Coast time. We actually have international students. If you're not international, you're not in a different time zone, come join me. Why not? What else are you going to do with your time? I swear we're going to make it fun. It's a good chance for me to get to know you, and people are my lifetime friends. Lifetime friends that I meet in class. Okay. And I'll talk about lots of examples of that. So All right, so we have Slack. If you guys want to use it, we'll figure it out. I could care less. We're going to have our Google Drive right here, our own special Google Drive. This is where the PowerPoints are located, okay? And Maria Ashna will be going over the Google Drive with you when we get going on Wednesday. So I'm updating all of this right now, right? So don't download these yet, but this is, everything you need to know. There's no book for the class, okay? Everything you need to know is in the PowerPoints. Promise you, okay? And no worries. All righty. Every single class, we will do a discussion board, all right? So click right there. So right here, I have released a couple of the discussions, okay? All right. So this is the first one, and you'll do this one later, all right? The deal with the discussion board is we'll do it in breakout rooms, all right? So you guys can help each other on this. It's actually works out really well. At the same time, I'll release what's called a polling question. So here's one right here, okay? You will then also be able to access these quizzes and do it as a group. Okay, there's a theme here, doing it as a group. I haven't released them yet, but you will. And then the actual exams you'll do in Blackboard. Again, there's a theme right here that you're going to do it there. Okay, all right, as a team. Okay, so that's how you access this. Okay, Maria Ashna will be running a weekly Kahoot. We're going to make it competitive. The better you do, the more extra credit points you get. And then we're going to have at the end what's called an extra credit creativity project, and that's worth 2 points, 2 percentage points. So these are both a total of 4% bump in your grade if you wish. All right, so let's try and find our syllabus right here. Okay. All right, so there's a lot of verbiage in the syllabi, and it's just we have to do what we have to do. All right, so we have to, excuse me, provide you with what the academic institutions recommend that we do here. You can read through this, okay, in terms of the course description. You can read through this in terms of the course objectives. I hope we meet the objectives, okay? And you got to be familiar with Zoom. You got to be familiar with Blackboard, and we're going to walk you through all this, so it's not a big deal, okay? And this kind of goes over a lot of what I just showed you right now, all right? These are additional books that are available that I throw links at to you in the PowerPoints if you need reading, okay? All right, and again, this is just a quick intro. We're gonna go over this all again on Wednesday. Now, right here, I think is of interest to everybody, okay? And so this is a marathon. So we have 3 exams, okay? Midterm 1, midterm 2, and the final exam, okay? We have the discussion questions we'll do every lecture. We have the polling questions we'll do every lecture, okay? And we have the quizzes that will be made available before the midterm. I test drove this when the pandemic broke out last spring because I was not going to punish my students for the really just the crappy situation that we were all thrust into. And I thought, let's make this as painless as possible. And it ended up being one of the best things I've ever done in my 30 years I've been at USC, okay? And we see right here, it says collaborative testing improves higher order thinking. So what we do is everybody gets set up for the exam, okay? Midterm 1, midterm 2, and final exam. And also for the discussion and polling questions when we do that on a daily basis, we throw you into a breakout room with 6 people and you figure it out together. You share a screen and all 6 people in that group are going to have the same answers. There's absolutely no reason why everybody can't get 100% on the exams. Okay? All right, you're going to have 8 lab reports. That's worth 30% of your grade. Okay? 2 to 3 pages, and Tim's going to go through this with you, okay? The whole point of this is to get you really familiar with doing data acquisition, data analysis, using Excel as a data analysis system and to do some statistical tests and how to report it. Because we'll see later on when I do my second lecture how important understanding data analysis is. Okay, so we see right here, we have the extra credit Kahoot, and we have your creativity story, and we'll go over that later. So that's how it all lays out. So this kind of talks about, again, what it's all about here. part of the creativity project last year, students went crazy. It was awesome, you know. So these are the two students that developed our social media site, and we'll continue to use that. And right here, this is the username and password for GERO 315. We have a Twitter and Instagram account. So yeah, I want you guys to just start adding to that. Why not? Make it a thing. We have the grading scale, and this is pretty much how it rocks. Okay, it's a straight percentage system, and there's, like I said, there's no reason why you can't all get A's. Okay, this is all background information about how the university is run. Okay, this explains, you know, how we do the grading. Okay, and and then this goes just about university support system, departments, etc., and policies that will help you through your um, kind of journey through USC. All righty? All right, so I'm not going to go through all that. All right. We have these learning experience evaluations that the Center for Excellence Teaching puts out, and then you know what? I like to do my own that are specific to me, my course, and your relationship. And I'll do that in Blackboard, and I'll do that later on. I'll tell you all about it. Okay? And that's what this is about right here. Okay? All right, cool. All right, so then again, this explains how you access everything. All right, and just a reminder, it's in the syllabus, and just like we just went through it. You know, we're going to actually create our own Spotify list. Okay, why not? Okay, we're going to work together to improve our brain health through maybe diet and some music and some sociality. Okay, I'll talk a lot about intermittent fasting, how it improves your overall health. Julie and I, my wife, started it. It's the bomb, and it really does work. Okay, there'll be Kahoot. Okay, and then your brain creativity project, like I said. USC has no spring break this semester. They have this wellness days, and this is the only one that impacts us. And so we'll keep that in mind. All right. All right. So this is the class breakdown. So this is all how it works. And again, it's just, you know, just for a reference. You don't have to go and study this right now. Okay. These are the topics that we're going to be covering. Okay. We'll do a little quick intro to diet, exercise, sociality, and then we're going to get into the basics of how the class is. It's a, you know, it is a science class, but don't worry about it. You know, all my Annenberg majors kick butt in this class. All of my music majors kick butt. You know, my business majors, everybody does well. Okay, so don't worry about it. So this topic covered, you know, by a daily basis, plus or minus. We'll see how it goes. You know, we're just going to do the best we can to stay on schedule. These are the laboratories and how they're run. Totally easy. Everything's online. You're going to love it. Okay. And then this refers to the, you know, for my business majors, okay, a deliverable, the due date. So when each thing is done. So we do a polling question discussion every day. We'll keep them open for a week, okay, and you got to get them done. All right. And then the labs and when they're due. So you see, it says right here, you know, the introduction to the lab 1 question answer session, and then boom, lab 1's due. Okay. All right. Then lab 2 intro, and then lab 2 is due. See, bing, 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 bing. All right. And that's how that works. All right. So that is the essence of that. I'm going back to our Blackboard page, all right, and just to give you, again, a feeling for the scope, okay? So we showed you the discussion board right here, and, you know, you know, it is what you do, and, you know, you click right here, and then you click right here, create thread, and then you're off and rolling, and there's that same image and the same prompt, okay? And then you just type away right here, you go into here, and then you hit submit, bing, okay? And you're off and running, okay? Same thing right here, we'll go into the polling question, all right? You click right here, all right? You click right here, begin, and you answer the question, just one question, all right? And then you hit save and submit, okay? Now, again, this is kind of what it looks like for you. I'm going to exit the preview and show you how we got it all lined up. All right. Okay, so you see I got a lot more stuff going on here. Okay, than you did in your preview. All right, and so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the same discussion board. Okay, And it's coming. There it is. So there's that same first discussion that we clicked on, and then there's the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. So we're all lined up here, right? So you've got all kinds of great things that you will discuss, all right? And that's how that works, okay? Same thing with if we go back over here to the polling question, all right? And we come over here, all right? And look at, here was the first one that we saw last time, but you see they're all lined up, okay, for you to do. And it's the same drill if we come over here. So it's exam time, so we'll have these quizzes that will prep you, all right? They're multiple choice quizzes. So you go right here, okay, and you hit begin, and you're off and running, okay? And then the same drill back over here for the exams, okay? I'm leaving the page. All right. And what you do, here's the exams, okay? Again, we're gonna try and stay by these dates, but we'll see what happens. We can look at this one right here, see it's hidden from the students, but not hidden for me. And we hit begin, and we go off and rolling. And these questions I have in a pool, so they could change over time, okay? But one thing I didn't talk about was to go into the laboratory, okay? I'm leaving the page. Okay, and so this is a lab manual. We're going to change it. It says 2020. We're working on it. We're modifying it for 2021. We're not going to have lab groups. We're going to get out of that. All right, so that has to be changed. And then this is where you upload your labs. Okay, so you click right here. It says view and complete. All right. So here's my turn it in page. Okay, and then you know fill everything out, okay, and then you choose in the computer what you're going to upload, and then you hit submit. And Tim will go over this with you, and Maria will go over this with you, okay. What we saw over here that we also had the Google Drive. We have to set this up for you, okay. So that's coming, all right. So that's coming to a theater near you. That's kind of terrible thought that we're not doing that. Okay. All right, so that's kind of it for the what it's like, and I just want to put your mind at ease. Okay, all right. I did email you before. This is another part. All right, so we're going to do core and stretch, and for those people that want to hang out after lecture, in between lecture and lab, we're going to do a little exercise ball routine as well. All right, and we'll explain all that in more detail, and actually go ahead and get going on it on Wednesday. All right. Okay. So that, my friends, is it. And I'll say peace and fight on, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday. And I'm going to include, along with this video, the syllabus. I'll send it out to you right now. Okay. Take care.